Welcome to 52 weeks of creation. What is that, you might ask? Well, my goal for 2025 was that I have to create something every single week. So that means getting off my phone, getting off the computer, using my hands, creating something. It does not have to be useful, and it doesn't even have to be good, but I got to be creating, okay? So here is the rundown of January. January, as we know, the longest month of the year. It feels like 5 months in 1 month, but there's 5 weeks in January, and here is what I created. So we have a little dress here, just a little simple dress, zipper in the back. There we go. Just a little strappy midi sundress. Little see-through, whatever, okay? Week 2, created this little purse. It is using some, I believe these were bed sheets that I thrifted, and I did like a little quilting pattern, and there's a little snap button. Inside has a pocket and a little purse. Okay, I created this little lion plushie. I also thrifted this fabric that had these like cutouts for little stuffed animals, and hand sewed this and then stuffed it with some scrap fabric. You can see that's in there, and just some plush foam, and now there's this cute little lion. Embroidery. Decided to teach myself how to embroider. Look at this fucking raccoon, man. Cooney Bop. Raccoon. Right there. Embroidered this. Gotta get like a cool, not plastic frame so I can hang this up. And the project that I just finished, another little purse. Again, no, these actually weren't sheets. This one wasn't sheets. This was just like a little like fabric square I think I got from like Walmart. I did run out, which is why I had to use a different color for here. And these purses are going to my nieces. So one for each of them. And there we have it, guys. All of this month's creations. Ta-da! I actually technically created 6 things this week because I created something for the littles aerial class that I teach, like a poster board for us to like learn our aerial moves. I don't have the poster board with me, but it has all of these yoga and aerial moves and the names, and they get to match it. So I'm actually like 1 over, but that doesn't mean I get to skip a week. So yeah, 52 weeks of creation, guys. There you have it, the month of January. Let's see what February brings. Feel free to join me on this. It's okay if you're starting a month late. Let's just put down these fucking phones and do something else. Okay, bye. All right, guys, 52 weeks of creation, the month of February. That is where I am trying to create something at least once a week for the entire year. Monica the chicken says hello. I am outside right now because this is contributing to one of my things. This is not the first time I'm making this month, but got my little paper towel or toilet paper rolls. Cut a little X in the bottom, and I'm making my second batch of seed starters. So put your seeds in here, and then when you're ready to transplant into the garden, you can just bury this whole thing and you don't disturb the roots, and this will disintegrate. So there we go. One of the things that I have created this month, like I said, this is my second batch of them. I have a batch inside in these little buckets that already have seedlings growing in them. I'll show you that. And what else did I make this month? Let's find out. Other things I created in the month of February are I did another embroidery. You guys remember last month I did a raccoon, teaching myself how to embroider with these little like patterns that I found. So here's a little squirrel with a nut, working with gradients, shadows, kind of playing around with that. I made 2 sweatshirts, so one for my sister, one for my boss. This is our work logo, and I got that printed out and made these for them. I did 3 different nail art designs this month. I did Valentine's Day hearts. I think I have a picture of that one. I did some smiley faces, and then here we have some pink glitter. And I also created, I am trying to be less wasteful, so I created my own cleaner using orange peel. So I actually had some oranges that were kind of good and soft, and out of those oranges I created orange breakfast muffins, I created the cleaner, and I created homemade orange juice. So I think that's pretty good for the month of February. Definitely kept myself busy, and it's a short month. So I felt like things were catching up on me. But let me get some pictures of those last things I created for you here. Hold on. Here are those 2 sweatshirts. Here are those Valentine's nails. Like I said, I did 2 other designs this month, but I didn't take pictures because honestly, I have creepy wrinkly hands, and I decided you would just take my word for it. And here are all of my orange non-wasteful things. That cleaner has been sitting since the 6th, so getting close to being able to use it. Super excited. I opened it the other day to smell it, and it smells so good. So feeling really good about the month of February. 52 weeks of creation continues on. There's still time for you to join in on this challenge. All you have to do is create something every week. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be useful. It can be anything. Your mind can create anything just to give us more time using our hands, using our brains, and off of our phones. So feel free to join me on this challenge. There's still 10 months left of this year. Let's go. So welcome to another episode of 52 Weeks of Creation with your host, me. It's my video. What is 52 weeks of creation? Great question. I will tell you. So this year, my resolution, my goal, my thought process was that I need to spend less time on this thing and more time just using my hands and creating things. So the goal is to create something, at least one thing, every single week for the year. 52 creations. They do not have to be good. They do not have to be useful. They just have to be something. Okay, so we're really just like playing fast and loose with the rules and regulations because we're not stifling creativity. We just want to keep things moving. So it's March 31st, which means we just finished another month. March is kind of a weird month because it starts at the end of a week and ends at the beginning of a week. There's 4 full weeks. Take it as you want. I end up doing more than one project a week because I have issues. But yes, so let's look at the things I created in the month of March. We started off the month pretty simple with just some visible mending. My sister gave me some pants of hers that she done messed up and she needs some mending. So did some visible mending. Here's one patch I did. Here's the other patch. Nothing too fancy. I'm working on my embroidery. I'm working on my visible mending. So that's kind of like a half project that I did, which fixed these pants. The green screen hand thing, it seemed like really jittery. So we're trying the background. Other thing I made. Look at those overalls. So actually this was a pair of patchwork like quilted pants that I made maybe a year or 2 ago, and I honestly never wore them as pants because I didn't. And so I chopped them in half and added the top to it and made a pair of overalls out of it, and I'm obsessed. I've been wearing them a ton now that they're overalls. So luckily I still had a lot of pieces of the patchwork and I just added a few new ones, but you can't really tell because like that's the whole vibe. There's like a little selfie version. Ta-da! Another project that I did this month. I went to Dollar Tree, I got some hair clips, got some material, glue gun. I made little bows for my hair clips. Little clip girly, I wear them way too often. So at least make it cute. Break from clothing fashion. I've been collecting bottles, so wine bottles, alcohol bottles, whatever. Luckily I have a friend that works at a bar and I've been using them to make garden beds. So I just finished this second garden bed. You can kind of see I'm using that as the border. Not only is it free, they're waterproof, and they just make kind of like a cool, whimsical garden border to protect all my plants. There's netting there because my chickens try to eat my plants, but hopefully eventually they will stop doing that. And yeah, so really cool garden border, and I have her collecting more for me so I can make another one. Back back to fashion for a second. These pants, they got stained. I don't know how. They've been sitting in my sewing pile for like over a year because they had a stain like all in the front pocket, and I bought some dye and I tie-dyed them. Not a great picture, but like I don't really care. They look kind of camo-y and stuff now, but you know what? If I wear them now, cool. Like great. We love that. Last project of the month. I'm gonna go back to the hand thing just so I can show you these. See all these stupid fucking pieces of random cabinets? Yeah, my neighbor was giving these away for free because they're redoing their kitchen. So they put this online. They said, come pick up these random cabinets. They're upper cabinets, and do something with them. And I said, bet, let's go. Turned those cabinets into this. So I attached them, I redid the doors, so I reorganized the doors, I flipped them so the handles were on top, so instead of this being an upper cabinet where you would open the thing at the bottom, now you open top, I put some legs, I stained it, and now I have this outdoor bar area. I haven't finished setting it up right now. This stuff is just sitting on top of it because I'm in the middle of redoing the whole backyard, but besides buying the legs, I didn't have to buy any of this stuff, so free cabinet, free little bar. So if it only lasts me a year, 2 years, cool. It cost like $12 for the legs, everything else I had. So, outdoor bar, ta-da! So there you have it, guys. For those of you that are following along, 52 weeks of creation, March completed. What will we do in April? Don't know yet. Let's find out. You can still join this challenge. I highly suggest or encourage, I guess is the right word, for you to jump in because your year starts whenever you want it to do. So, you know, why not start 52 weeks of creation right now? Or maybe you do, I don't know, 12 weeks of creation. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be like super ambitious. Just like put the thing down. I know. Stop scrolling. I should be that person. And just do something. Be creative. You'll feel so much better. Thank you guys for tagging along and can't wait to see what happens next month. Hi, hello, 52 weeks of creation with your host, Torie here. Hi. So, what is 52 weeks of creation? Great question. I will tell you. So, that was my goal, my resolution, my plan for the year is to create something every single week for 2025. Doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be useful, you just have to create. It's getting off the phone, off of the computer, all of the electronics, using our hands and creating something. So I've been documenting this process as I do it, and it's actually April 1st. And I already have my first project of April done. So this month I decided I'm gonna try to film this in real time instead of filming at the end of the month and like trying to find everything I created. Film it as I do it. So April 1st, last month's video just went live last night. You won't see this for a month, but still I'm filming the next day. Amazing. You can already kind of see what I made. Ta-da! So I made this cute little bag, double lined here for my friend Sarita. It is her birthday and she likes Trader Joe's. So this is the Trader Joe's bag. I did some photoshopping and made this cute design, and I think I might put a few of these in my Etsy shop because I just think they're so funny if you like to shop Trader Joe's. We have some condoms, we have some panties, we have a bra here with all of our Trader Joe's stuff. I had this thrifted material that's like tie-dyed, it's like a canvas, and then like I said, we have a pink lining inside and a cute little tote bag. So there we have project number 1. Let's see what else I create this month. Week number 2, I'm not sure if this fully counts, but I'm putting it in here. I'm hemming these dress pants for a friend. So it's Tuesday of week 2 and already doing things. Week 3, guys, still trying to record this in real time. So I made the sign. So painted FSU, little spear, the mileage from my house to Joe Campbell Stadium. And this is for the outdoor bar area at my house. We're kind of going for, you know, that like beach bar type of vibe. And yes, I'm not an FSU girly, but the captain is. So I made this for him. This was just like a piece of random wood that I think just drifted up to my house. And obviously I was going to keep that. So yeah, so painted this, put a gloss over it, and this will be outside. So there is this week's activity. Actually, I was already working on an activity last week. last night. So this week is going to have like a twofer, but okay. Hello friends, week 4. So actually, before I get on to week 4, I just rewatched the video and I mentioned that I was already working on something else for week 3. So let me show you guys that real quick. I didn't record it in real time, but hold on. Last weekend was Easter. So for my students, I teach kids, if you guys don't know, we did an Easter egg hunt and inside was a bunch of yoga moves. So I hand drew all of these little yoga moves, put them in Easter eggs, and we did that. So that was one activity that took me like a whole night to draw these. And now back to week 4. March, what month am I in? April. April is a weird month because it's like starts with a half a week, ends with a half a week. So like there's still more week next week, whatever. Week 4. So I finished this last night. I made this for my sister. I guess I should. She likes gnomes, and it's a funny little thing. I know she'll get a kick out of this, so I made that for her. And then this is kind of like an activity, but kind of not. My cat, Pugsley, these are his babies, as we call them, and he had ripped both of the faces off. So last night, I just very haphazardly just sewed them back together, but still it counts because I wasn't on my phone and I was using my hands. So his little Christmas babies, headless, but at least the stuffing is not coming out. So there we have it. I guess we're going to keep going because next week ends on a Wednesday or Thursday, and I feel like that's enough time to do something. If I don't, then I don't. So, okay, let's see. I didn't make anything else. I mean, I kind of did. I did a lot of garden stuff, but then my cat had a seizure. So whatever. You guys got 4 weeks. Okay, bye. Hello, welcome to 52 Weeks of Creation. What is 52 Weeks of Creation? Great question. I'm going to tell you. So, resolution for the year 2025, create something every week for the entire year. That's 52 weeks. Doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be useful. You just have to get off the phone, computer, all that stuff, use your hands and create something. So, this is May 2nd. And the first creation of May is already created and I'm wearing it. So I made this little crop tank with these tie sides out of this thrifted kind of fabric. It's thick. It's probably like a pillow type fabric. I did some quilting design pattern on it. And it's this cute little tie side tank top. So there we go. First project of May done. May 2nd. Let's go. All right, so May kind of snuck up on me. Been slacking a lot. There's been a ton of outdoor projects this month because I just had my best friend here for 4 or 5 days. So like it was a lot of like getting the yard and the house ready. But for May week 2, let me show you what I made. I made these cute little pup keychains for my mom and my sister for Mother's Day. So this is one for my mom. The back says mom. Also, my mom has Weimaraners. Let's just go, obviously. And my sister has a German Shepherd. So I just made these cute little, very easy, simple keychains. We don't really do Mother's Day gifts, so it was just a fun little thing because I was just playing around with this plaster and was like, what do I do with it? So made these 2 keychains for week 2 in May. All right, friends, so this is going to be out of order because this is technically week 4's project, and I just haven't gone outside to show you week 3 project, but whatever, we're here right now, so we're showing you this. Week 4's project, I made this skirt. Hold on, let me flip the camera. There you go. I thrifted this pair of pants, and when I washed and dried it, the legs just like kind of shrunk in a weird way that I knew I wasn't going to wear them. So I used this scrap fabric that I had to kind of turn it into this really whimsical like raw edge skirt. I don't know if I'm going to add anything else to it. I think I might be done, but I'm going to like chill for it because this edge is nice and frayed and I want to see when the other edges get nice and frayed. I did put a double stitch here so it can only fray up so high, but still, so I'm going to wait and see that and see what happens. But for now, she is complete and have this cute little skirt. You can kind of flip it around like any way you want to. So deciding on which length and whatever you want in the front, But yeah, so there you have May week 4 project. Okay, so I told you guys this was gonna be out of order, but week 3 in May, I built 2 of these garden arches. So I bought a 2-pack off of Amazon, and I had to put them fully together because it just comes in pieces, and they are in my front garden beds. Not only did I put these 2 together, is I filled the 2 front garden beds. So I don't have a picture yet because it doesn't look that cool yet, but like you guys will see it soon. But the 2 garden beds are next to each other, and I have a loofah on one side, and I'm hopefully going to grow that over, and then some little pumpkin on the other side, and so they'll kind of meet in the middle is the goal, is the hope. But yes, did a lot of work on the front garden beds for week 3. Hi guys, so it is May 31st, last day of the month. I'm currently house sitting, and whenever I'm house sitting, I usually bring some crafts or activities to do because I get bored without all of my stuff. So to wrap up May and 52 weeks of creativity, here's what we did. So I got a bunch of shells. I always collect shells because I'm out on the beach. And I did the whole napkin kind of inlay. So I found these like floral napkins, and then I painted like gold rims around them. So they're cute little like ring dishes. I don't really know. I don't really have a plan. Oops, I'm just making a lot of noise. Some of them I did the gold outside of the design to kind of see what, to see what I liked better. And I also tried this shape as well, which actually I really like this shape because it sits really pretty. So yeah, maybe I'll try doing some holes. Maybe I'll try putting them together. I don't really know. Just for now, this is what I did. So I find a lot of these, I want to say it's a cockle shell. I don't remember, but I find a lot of these shells. So let me know if you want any of these. And then hold on. And the other thing I did with some sand dollars, because again, I collect so many shells, is I have made this little like banner. What's the word? I'm blanking right now, but yes. So these are some of like my favorite colors, and I already have one of these at my house, and it's kind of like hanging, you're like over a window. What is the word? I don't know. But I made this one, and hold on, and I made this one. So this one I'm actually going to leave here for the girl whose house I'm in. She actually has a mermaid room. That's the room I stay in, and I just thought that this would go really good. And how many of these do I need? So yeah, all these cool sand dollars. I put an extra little shell in the center of that one, and this one's a little bit longer. And yeah, so that's wrapping up May's 52 weeks of creativity. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let's start brainstorming what we're gonna do in June. All right, bye. Editing Torie here. 52 weeks of creation, you stooge. You made up the tagline yourself, and you said it wrong twice in the last clip. 52 weeks of creation, not creativity. Hello friends, it's 52 weeks of creation. Hello friends, it's Torie, and this is 52 weeks of creation. What is 52 weeks of creation, you ask? Great question. That is my 2025 goal of having to create something every week of the year. 52 weeks in a year, 52 weeks of creation, connecting the dots, making things happen. All right, it's June 30th, last day of the month, and I did not, as you can see, record during the month with this, but it's okay because I'm going to catch you guys all up. So let's get right into it. My other video already, but I made this farm stand, and I made a bunch of the things in it. So this counts for multiple weeks because this all took me multiple weeks. This was a fireball drink cart my neighbors gave me for free. I spray painted it purple, and I made it into this really cute farm stand. With that, I also created and hand painted these 2 signs. Farm stand open, you flip it around, it says it's closed, fresh eggs, and how much the eggs are. I've made some other little signage that isn't here, put little baskets, whatever. So this is like 2 weeks of multiple projects with this, so we're just throwing this in. This is like multiple different things, but this really cute farm stand. Then I made some tote bags. These are kind of a go-to for me because I always have shirts or material, and not only are they a great gift, they're easy to make, and when you have a cool design like this shirt that, you know, I didn't want to just like give away, you can turn it into a bag. I also have this one that I didn't get a picture yet, and this was like a Frida Kahlo shirt, and now it is a cute reusable tote bag. You can do grocery shopping, or you can do whatever you want with it. I made this cute little anklet. You might be like, oh, okay, whatever. But we had kids camp where I work, and we did crafts every day. I helped a lot with their crafts, but like this was one craft that I actually made for myself and kept. So it's these cute little turtles with these little kind of beads on a stretchy little plastic. And then the last project of the month that I just actually finished today is I made my own onion salt. So, I found a video on TikTok, but I can show you guys how I did it if you actually care. But I made my own homemade onion salt, and I'm going to sell these at my farm stand. So, got these cute little bags, and yeah, I made more than just these two, but I just grabbed these two for you guys. I'm going to be making some different kind of salts as well, but we started with onion because who doesn't like onion salt? So, there we have it, guys. 52 weeks of creation. I feel like I'm missing things this month, but it's been a hectic month, so I probably am. But overall, that's definitely at least one project a week. So we're gonna take that as a win, because 52 weeks of creation, not necessarily 52 projects. I'm always gonna be more than that because I tend to do multiple things at a time. So yeah, guys. Oh, I did my chicken run too. Forgot that. Doesn't matter. Anyways, it's never too late to join this. Your year can start right now. So join me on July 1st, which is tomorrow. 52 weeks of creation. It's just taking a break from the phones, the computers, social media, and just using our hands and being creative. Doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be useful. You just have to make something. So thanks for tuning in, and let's see what July has on store. Hello, hi guys. Welcome to 52 Weeks of Creation. What is 52 Weeks of Creation? Great question. I'll let you know. So 52 Weeks of Creation is where I decided that for 2025, I was going to create something every week of the year, 52 weeks in a year, 365 days, 12 months, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. Spending more time using my hands being creative, less time on my phone and doom scrolling. So it is it's July 10th, so we're in week 2 of July, and I'm trying to be better and film things kind of in real time. So here are the things I've made thus far, okay? 2 weeks, 4 things. And I'm about to start another thing. But anyways, so first thing I made, not first thing, this is out of order, but one of the things I made was this cute little oyster shell necklace. So I'll put a picture up that's a little bit better, but this is a real oyster shell that I found, and I wrapped wire around it. I put some beads in it. Oops, oh my goodness, and I put it on a chain. So we have this. It's summertime here. I'm doing a lot of online window shopping, but I'm not wanting to spend any money. Hello, Kit Kat. So we're making things, okay? Other things I made myself some beach girl anklets. So we have some shells on here, some beads, all right? So I'm trying to go for island vibes. And luckily for me, I have so many craft supplies that I just have this stuff. Okay, so let's keep it going. And so those are 3 things: 2 anklets, 1 necklace, and the other thing I'm also wearing, it's this dress. Okay, hold on. Don't mind the clothes back there. I just threw my clothes off to put this on. But I made this dress. So, is it my favorite? No, I messed up a few times. So, what I'm actually going to do is make it again. But I think it's pretty good. I double lined the top so it wasn't see-through, but I didn't have enough material to double line the rest of it. But it's this cute little flowy, whatever. It was supposed to be full length, but I also ran out of material for that. But yeah, so cute little light, airy summer dress. like I said, I made a few mistakes. So instead of getting frustrated, I told myself that I'm going to take the pattern out, make the dress again. I don't normally do that. Normally I mess up, I throw the pattern in a corner and I say, I hate you. But not this month. So yeah, week 2, 4 projects so far. Let's see what else I come up with. All right, guys, to wrap up the July 52 Weeks of Creation video, here are the last 2 projects that I did in July. So, you know that dress that you saw in the previous clip? I made it again. Why, you ask? Well, because I kind of messed up on that one, and I'm trying to teach myself to sew and sew better and follow directions better. So, although I made that one work, it wasn't done right. So, instead of moving on and getting frustrated, I told myself, stop, make it again. So I had this kind of cool nautical fabric, but I didn't have enough of it. So then I combined it with, pretty sure these were sheets that my friend gave me. So made the dress a second time. That's actually the back. This is the front. Same dress, just made it a second time. Took the time to do everything correctly, interfacing and all. I hate that. I'm a very impatient sewist, I don't know, okay? So we had that done. And then this hat. So I didn't make this hat, I thrifted this hat, and it had kind of a ratty old string around it. And so what I did was I went through my bag of goodies and I found this old chain, if you can see. And then I attached shells and beads all around, and these are all shells that I have found myself at the beach. I have quite an extensive shell collection, and I'm always like, what am I going to do with them? So I put them on this hat. So now I have this cute little hat, and it has all these little dangly shells on it. So, and you can wear it like this, or you can even flip it up and go blossom style. I think I should wear this today. Adorable. And yeah, so that is my 52 Weeks of Creation video for July. I wouldn't say it was the most extensive, like creativity-wise. It was very jewelry bead sewing, but that's just where my head was at this month. So thanks for tagging along. Thanks for tagging along. And it is officially August 1st right now when I'm making this video. So let's gear up for August 52 Weeks of Creation. 1 project every week. It's not too late to join. Just come on, just use your hands and make something. So, all right, let's see what next month brings. Hello, friends. Welcome to 52 Weeks of Creativity. What is 52 Weeks of Creativity? That is a great question. 2 points for you. Great question. It was my 2025 goal of creating something every week for the year, 52 weeks in a year. Doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be useful. You just have to use your hands and create something. The rules are loose, okay? We are our own people. So it's not the end of August yet. It's also not the beginning. We're kind of right in the middle. I haven't started this video, but I have stuff that I have to give away to people soon. So we're coming in and we're updating. So one of the things made another one of these oyster shell necklace charms. It's not really whatever, but this is a real oyster shell that I found out here in the Gulf, and I did some wire and I did some beads. Terrible lighting, whatever. This is for my mother. She loved mine, so I made her own. So, and there's a little chain and everything, okay? So we have that for the GM. My sister's birthday is next week, my older sister, and we're going on a trip, so I made a bunch of things for her birthday. So made her a special custom birthday sash. Okay, I actually sewed this with material. The theme is pink and tropical. So luckily for me, I am a craft hoarder, so I had all of this stuff. I had these leaves, I had all of the trimmings, all of this stuff. I spent $0 to make this, okay? Made her that. Made a bunch of buttons because it's a girls trip and we're all going on it. So all of us have matching buttons, and then I made her 4 different buttons to wear, and somehow I only brought one of the buttons I specifically made for her, dropping them. Yes, again, spent no money because I own a button machine. Why? It's not important. Just know that I do. So, because baby girl is also balling on a budget because I recently lost my job. We'll get to that later. Just kidding, we won't get to that. Anyways, and then I made her this cute little headband. I actually kind of hate this. I don't love how it came out, but it's done. So, ta-da! And again, owned all of this stuff. So that just also feels good to be getting rid of stuff I own and using it because it's just collecting dust. So those are all the things that I've made people. So that was kind of 4 crafts in itself. So technically checked off for the month, but I've done more. I've also been doing a lot of repairing of things. So a friend gave me this shirt, tag still on, Sarita. She didn't want it, there was a hole in it. So I hand sewed the hole. So I have this cute little shirt. Maybe I should pack this. And not pictured here is I fixed holes in the captain's socks. So always trying to find something to do with my hands, especially in the evening. So if it's something where it's like I don't want to do something like super creative, there's always a pile in my little office studio of things that need minor repairs. So that's that. There's still some more things to show you, but that will be in another video. So yeah, we're off to a good start, and let's see what else the month brings. Okay, bye. It's September 2nd, so let's wrap this video up, shall we? Okay, the final things, which were actually the first things, but I recorded this video out of order, that I made this month were a bunch of wood signs for the tiki bar. So let's take a look at them. Of course, I needed to make a sign, okay? As a Hollywood, Florida baby girl, I couldn't just have an FSU sign in my bar. Had to make one to represent my family. So I made one of those so that it could sit opposite of the Florida State one I made a few months ago. Of course, the bar needs a bar name sign. So Jack's Bar now officially has its own sign on the front, so you can see it from the back of the house. If you like rolled up via boat, kayak, paddleboard, you'll see that you have arrived at Jack's Bar. You can see it right there. Bad weather that day, but yes. Beautiful sign. Has my little Jack over on this corner over here. If you zoom in, you can see that. And yeah, every bar needs a sign. Of course, had to make a sign to direct you to the swimming hole. So this points over to where the pool is, so that you know when you need to take a dip, where to go. And last but not least, we need to know where the ocean is, okay? So the opening to the main ocean is 0.49 miles away. So all of these pieces of wood were driftwood and just random pieces of wood that I found while out on the boat. So we reuse, we recycle. It gives them character. So yes, these are all found pieces of wood. So that's 4 signs this month, and then all of the birthday stuff in the last video, or the last clip, whatever. And that's it for August. So let's hit the ground running. September, 52 weeks of creativity. Let's go, guys. We've got this. Also, it's my birthday month, so I don't know if I'll be more or less creative this month, but it's Virgo season. All right, so let's go. Hello, hi, friends. Welcome to 52 Weeks of Creation. What is 52 Weeks of Creation? That is a great question. 2025, there was a young girl. She was looking into the future and she was saying, what should I do with this year? I should create things. I should create 52 things, actually. 1 thing a week for this entire year. So that's what I've been doing, all right? It is September 17th. Tomorrow's my birthday. And this is what I've created in the month of September so far. Let's go. I created soap. That's right, my own soap. So I grow my own loofah, If you don't know, loofah is actually a plant. You dry it out, and that's where the sponge comes from. And I like to embed it into soap so you have a nice scrubby. So soap, there's some fresh flower petals in there. Smells good, beautiful. I made these for my friends because I have a lot of loofah right now, and I wanted to just spoil my friends. So this is the last one I have left of this batch. I need to make another batch soon because I have so much loofah at the moment. Like, oh my goodness. I also created this really cute junk journal. So what is a junk journal? It's pretty much where you use junk and you make a little journal. So this is like cardboard. I put fabric on it, and then you use random scrap papers and you make this journal. And this is all about the trip I took to Boston last month with my mom and my sister. So you save a lot of the little pieces. So we saw a show and other cool little, pieces of maps, just other, we had coffee here. What's ephemera? I think that's what it's called. All the things, pictures of the food, napkins, water things, whatever. This is a junk journal. So now I have Boston trip memorialized. Also created a bunch of these little crowns. So me and some friends are celebrating our birthdays this weekend. So it's my birthday and my friend Summer's birthday, and we're celebrating this weekend. So I just thought it would be fitting to make everyone crowns. So I have more over there, just so everyone could feel like the birthday princess on a different day. So I just threw these little like goofy crowns together. And I also made goodie bags. They're in the kitchen, so I'm not picking them up, but made a bunch of goodie bags for everyone as well. So those are the things I've created this month so far, and who knows where the rest of the month is going to take me. Let's find out. Okay guys, I completely slacked on finishing this video. It's October 2nd. And the video's not out yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, but anyways, let's wrap it up, put a bow on this, and au revoir. I made these cute little Mickey ears because I went to Disney for their Halloween party, and for the last 10 plus years I've been making my own Mickey ears to whatever the theme is. Normally I do a character, and this year I just decided to do pumpkin Halloween, but we do have the Jack Skellington face and the Oogie Boogie face over here. Got rained on, but it actually dried pretty good. So, and then the last thing we gotta go outside for. Some backstory before we go outside so my neighbors don't see me talking to myself like a weirdo. I got a kids playhouse off Facebook Marketplace, and I am turning it into a chicken coop. It is not complete yet, but I did spend at least the last week doing all of the painting. So the painting and the windows are done, and I will show you. So it was a red playhouse. I completely painted it, made it super cute, and then I made cute little curtains for the window shutters so that my girls are hanging out in style. Terrible lighting in my garage, but you can see here are the shutters. I put a little plastic backing so that in winter I can close these and it will retain some heat. But then they have these really cute floral curtains. And yeah, how cute are they? So there we have it, guys. 52 weeks of creation, the month of September, my birthday month. It is over now. We have 3 months left in the year. I feel pretty good about this project. I can't believe it's already October. But yeah, so let's see what this month brings. Hi, hello friends. Welcome to 52 Weeks of Creation with your host, Torie. What is 52 Weeks of Creation? That is a fantastic question. 2025, made a plan, 52 weeks in the year, 52 times chances, whatever, to create something. I kind of fumbled over those words. I'm not going to refilm this intro because I just don't care that much. Anyways, it's the October edition. Yay! It is October 6th. And I haven't created something this week yet, but I've been doing a lot of little projects. So here in my lair, There's usually a pile of things I need to be fixing, so I have been working on that this week. There's been several socks that needed darning, which is when you repair a hole in socks. I've been doing that because you know why? We don't waste things, okay? Stop being so wasteful and throwing things away. My friend Brookie gave me these boots of hers a while ago because there was a tear back here in the seam, so I just sewed that up for her so I can get these back to her. I love this Disney reusable bag, and yes, it's a reusable bag. I could throw it away because it ripped, but I could also just sew it together. So the strap came off, it tore down the center, so now this Frankenstein Mickey is even more Franken Mickey, but that's fine because now I can still use the bag and this side is fine. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I am doing right now this week. I feel like I'm missing something. Can't think of what it is. But yeah, so that's how we're starting the month off. Right now it is just working through the pile of things that need to get done. However, the big projects this month are going to be the Halloween costumes. So exciting, because I love to make my Halloween costumes, or at least make elements of them. So I've already bought the supplies. All right, see you later. Checking in on October 9th. So I just finished hemming these pants. My friend who I did the boots for, she also had this jumpsuit, and I needed to hem these. Done, finally. And I just made this little pillowcase for someone. This was a vintage childhood blanket, and they wanted it into a throw pillow, so I made it into one of those slat throw pillows. Don't mind that writing, that's water soluble. And this beautiful little blanket, they had started using it for like crafts, like a throw down, so there's a little paint on it, but that's okay. They specifically wanted this to be the center design, so really cute. I really gotta start the Halloween costumes because I have 2 weeks, so I was forcing myself to go through and finish my sewing projects so I could get to that. So jumping right into that, let's go. Checking in, it's October 13th and costume number 1 is done. So it's Peter Pan, if you can't tell. So I got this. It was a scrub top 3XL, and I took it in on the sides, did a little pleat in the back of there. I had to remove the pocket. You can kind of still see a faint line there. So cut a deep V, put these on there. I did use some white interfacing. Originally I was going to like cover that, but I kind of ended up liking it because I thought from far away it gives the depth and the illusion, so you can actually like tell that there is a collar there. Otherwise you might not. But yeah, so a little Peter Pan shirt, and just finished the little Peter Pan hat using the little scraps that came off of the sleeves and the back and everything. So can you guess what my costume's gonna be? Probably. It's getting worked on right down there, so I'll see you soon. Checking in the week of the Halloween party. So I just finished my shoes. Do you know what I'm gonna be? So these were little black ballet flats I had from an old costume a few years ago, so I painted them green and I put stuff on them. I have them all stuffed so they would keep their shape. So I finished these last night, and right now I'm working on some wings, and the dress is over there, so we're getting places. All right, guys, here you have it. Hopefully I'll get a better video on the night of the party, but just in case I don't, the dress is finished. It has like little jewels on it. And look at these wings. So I was just trying everything on to make sure the wings worked. These might be the most janky things I've ever made in my life, but they worked. All right, friends, and the last thing that I created for the month of October was a little Halloween goodie bag. So I don't really know if this counts as creating, but you know, I took the time and I made these little Halloween goodie bags to give to trick-or-treaters. So there you have it. 52 weeks of creation. October, check off. You can still join in on this challenge or consider it for 2026 because it's almost here. And let's get started on November. Friends, it is October. It's not. Fuck. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Hi friends, it's November 14th. This is 52 weeks of creation. What is 52 weeks of creation? That's a great question. Why did I start talking like a Muppet? Muppet. Oh my goodness. Hold on. November 14th, it's 52 weeks of creation. 52 weeks of creation was my 2025 goal of creating 52 things, because there's 52 weeks in a year. So 52 things this year, keeping my hands busy, keeping myself off of the phone. Joke's on you, because I just play TikToks while I do things sometimes, but it's fine. So, little late start, but not really. I've been doing things, I just haven't filmed. So many felt ornaments. So I don't know how we're counting these. I've created a lot of things. A few years ago, I started making these little felt ornaments, and I've been making them for all of my friends' kids. And this year, I think I was a little behind. Well, my friends have been just like popping freaking babies out. So I was like, everyone send me a list of which kids don't have ornaments. So I've been making a lot of them. And I make like little different ones. We have Christmas bells and mittens and things. My one friend, her kids requested brain rot. These are definitely my worst ones because I had to Google what that was and make these. So let's just... The little Christmas ones are cuter, okay? But yeah, so I have a whole pile of these. Technically, I'm done with all of the kids, and now I'm just like making extras for more of my friends. But yes, so that's what I've been working on for the past like 2 weeks. Lots of felt crafts. So we're getting ready for Christmas. And yeah, I will circle back to what else I figure out this month. But let's keep it going. November 18th, and this is what I made today. So I thrifted a sweater, maybe you saw in my other video, and I turned it into this. Ta-da! My friend actually sent me another TikTok video of someone doing this, so like it was not my own idea, but used a bunch of scrap fabric and just made this cute little turkey sweater. So hopefully it is cold next week for Thanksgiving. This is Florida after all. It's a crapshoot. But I can wear this cute little thing. So I just used all these little scrap. Look, is it the best? No, but it's a turkey sweater. So, we're not like sitting here trying to like get into vogue, okay? It's the 21st and I made Thanksgiving pants. My phone's in a very precarious balancing act. But so I can get these in. Thrifted this fabric for like $4.50, and I made these little pants. They have a pleat right here. I did a little elastic band in the back. They're a little more low rise than I intended, and they have fringe on the bottom. So are they super practical? No, they're Thanksgiving pants. It doesn't have to be practical. It just has to be pants that you can wear for Thanksgiving. They say gobble till you wobble. And I pretty much had just enough fabric to do these, so didn't have enough to make them a little higher rise. Well, I guess I can like pull them up a little bit. But yeah, there's my Thanksgiving pants. So yeah, I don't know. I think I win Thanksgiving. All right, to wrap up November's 52 weeks of creativity, the last few things I created, I did a gingerbread house at my parents' house when I was there for Thanksgiving. I don't have a picture of it, but just trust me that I did it. And I did all of my Christmas decorating. So I have my Christmas stuff up. It's hard to see because the house is a mess. And those are kind of the last little things I did this month. So very holiday themed. Christmas and Thanksgiving were just riding high in November. So, all right, 1 month left of the year. Let's get to it. It's December 2nd. That means we're in the final month of 52 weeks of creation. Hello, December. December 2nd, I've already made my first craft. I've already posted about it, like the same outfit sitting right here, because it's a Christmas craft, and I just thought it was important for people to, none of this is important. I just thought people might want to make their own. So it was the Christmas tree collar. I'll post it, but there is a whole video on how I made it if you guys want to do that. But yeah, it took me, I started last night, and it's 6:30 today, and I'm been done. There she is. I mean, it's a cardboard Christmas tree collar. I'm not like reinventing the wheel here, but ta-da, I made that. The rest of the crafts for this month are probably going to be gifts. So I already have a few things and I just got to get started. So let's get to it, guys. The last month of the year. This series is almost over. I'm kind of sad. December 11th, checking in with you guys. All right. Also, I've given up. This is how you guys see me on the internet now. Okay? Working on Christmas presents. So I'm showing you guys because this won't come out till after Christmas. Woo! So I'm making some towel dresses. So these are out of like thrifted, like vintage or just like old, not like old, like dingy, but like old, cool design towels. So that you can throw them on like over your bathing suit or at the pool when you're like wet, and it will kind of like absorb and everything. So I've made this one. This is the only one I've made actually so far. So it's harder than you think to find cool towels that like go together. So yeah, the plan is to make these for some of the ladies in my family. All right. What else I made? Hold on. Let's head here. You've seen a preview of this in one of my videos, maybe if you watch my videos, I don't know. I made this. How cute. So, oh my chickens are so loud in the morning, guys. So, I made this little Christmas tree and it has all of the kitties. So, we have Atticus up here at the top. We have Roz, Kit, Wednesday causing mayhem, and Pugsley down here. And there's some stars up in the sky. There's like glitter. There's some like glow in the dark aspects, like the stars have glow in the dark, but I haven't actually seen if they do that yet. But yeah, so just like a fun little, I got this canvas at Dollar Tree and $1.25, and I just put like a little super glue and a little piece of wire. I just taped it to make sure it has all the kitties' names and the year that I did this. This way I can just hang this in that spot. So I have a little Christmas art, and it kind of symbolizes the kitties that we have for this Christmas because they will not all be here for next Christmas. So I wanted this. Yeah, okay. See you guys soon. December 21st, we're so close to Christmas, and here is what I created. It's not as much as you would think, honestly. Feeling a little creatively fatigued, I think just because of the holiday season. Anyways, not important. So, I made another one of these towel dresses. So they have these bell sleeves, nice all towel. This one, I definitely feel like number 2 I did better than number 1, so I might go back and like tweak number 1. And yeah, so these are just a little gift. This is for my mom, so she might see this video before I see her. Sorry, Mom, spoiler alert. And then I made another batch of onion salt. So this is homemade onion salt. I dried onions, kosher sea salt, and pink Himalayan salt, mix it together and have this. And I made another batch of loofah soaps. So I grow the loofah in my garden, dry it out, and then you put it in here and you have a nice exfoliating soap. Both of these are for my little farm stand. So sometimes when I have extra eggs or produce, I put a farm stand out front, let my neighbors know. But I thought maybe these would be good little gifts for people. We'll see. I don't know. Didn't sell any yesterday, but if you would like either of these things, let me know. I do have an Etsy shop, but I don't have these on there, but I can put them on there if you're interested. It's December 30th. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, okay? So I don't know if I'll see you guys again in this video on this journey, but I won't get sappy on you right now. So I just spent the last few hours making a bunch of little designs on Cricut and printing them all out. Why? Because it's me. No, honestly, because I hate when I'm going to someone's house and they don't have their address very easily displayed. And so I realized that my address isn't on my mailbox. And so I was like, I need to put it on the mailbox. So I needed to do that. And I was like, I have a Cricut. I'll just Cricut some vinyl letters. And then because it's me, I was like, well, we're going to put some decals on there too. So that's what I'm going to go do. I just went outside. It's freezing today, but I just went outside and wiped the mailbox down so it's drying. And then I'm going to put all these stickers all over the mailbox. So yay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll pop on. I do have another project I'm working on, but I don't know that I'm going to finish it by tomorrow. But yeah, so if I don't see you again in this video, happy 52 weeks of creation 2025. We fucking did it. All right, friends and esteemed colleagues, the last thing that I made in 2025. Butter. Went out with a bang. Made some homemade butter because I had some heavy cream around. You can TikTok how to do it. That's it. That's a wrap on this project. 52 weeks of creation. We did it. Do I start again? I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave comments below. Nobody actually cares. I am going to put all of these videos together in a compilation on YouTube if you want to watch them all in one swing. But yeah, 52 weeks of creation. Thanks for going on this journey with me, 2025.